Well, hello everyone. I think you might be able to hear me. There we go. Yes. Oh, right. Well, that's working okay. Can you hear me okay is question number one. And then question number two, can you see me? Am I moving? Is anything happening here? I'm just still trying to get everything set up here. So I hope everyone's there. Great to have so many of you out there already. And thank you so much for your patience. Right. Right. So Frederick, yeah, we haven't heard that music for a while. It's good to have it back again. I do enjoy that bit of music, so it's good fun. And all the correct answers. Yeah, all the answers are going to be up there, Steve. So don't worry about that. Yeah, loud and clear. Good. Right. So yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. I do a practice run with the quiz before I go live with it, and I had similar problems last week with it. When I did the trial run, but lo and behold, I did a restart, everything sorted itself out, and I've been testing it all day to make sure that it's okay and working properly. I don't know, so apologies for that. I don't know what's going on with it, but it's been driving me mad slowly, but we've got there in the end. And great to have so many people out. We've got 43 people watching. Thank you so much. Good to have you out there. Now, it's a bit different to previous quizzes. We're not doing Kahoot this time. We're not doing the on-screen scoring, I'm afraid. The software for it, the program for it just got too expensive. And for the amount of times that I'm using it, it just wasn't worth carrying on with. So we've got something a little bit along the same lines, I hope to, so it's just still be entertaining for you. But you're going to need a pen and paper to keep your score. So make sure you're doing that for me. Make sure you've got your scores. You can write them down. It's multiple choice as always, so there's no worries about that. You'll have A, B, C, or D. That's all you've got to write down. You haven't got to write down the full answer. Just choose the answer that you think is the correct one. One of them will be. I promise you that. As always with the quizzes, I never say this, but just in case, my answer is always the correct answer. Even if it's wrong and you find out something different elsewhere, my answer is always the correct answer. Do you know, let's put me on full screen. Does that work? No, that didn't. Oh, there we go. There I am. Yes. That's always a bit of a shock. Nathaniel, hi, good to see you there. Simon, David, good to have lots of you out there. So yeah, that's great. So if you want to choose a team name, you can still do that. Let me know your team name in the chat, and we'll see how we get on. Now, at the end of each round, you can put your scores in. There's the normal 6 rounds, 6 questions in each round. Put your score up so everyone can see how you're doing it. Nice and simple, 1 point per question, with the exception, let's make it a bit more fun. The question number 6 in each round, the last point will be worth, well, let's make it worth 5 points. Is that fair? Hang on, Leona, this one's for you. Hang on, if it plays. Oh, I'm still thinking about it. Did we get that then? I can't actually hear it. Did you get that, Leona? Okay. The Leadwood Heads. Very good. Stephen got a time machine for Christmas, a DeLorean, hopefully, Stephen. So, yeah. Team Bracken, very good. Okay, I'm not writing these down. I was going to, but you know what? It's just going to be too much to do. Oh, Leona, you didn't get that. Hang on, let's try that again for you. There's a quick little swoosh there. Hang on, let's turn the volume up on it. Leona does like a swoosh here and there. The Balsa Heads, very good. All right, I can't hear that either, Leona. I promise you there's a swoosh supposed to be playing in the background there. Now, each question you'll get 30 seconds to put your answer in. That should be plenty. Literally, all you've got to do is write down A, B, C, or D, and that should be fine. So we should be able to roll through a little bit quicker. There won't be there won't be answers every time round. So hang on, I just need to try this. Hang on, here's the countdown music. So this is a 30-second countdown, so you know what's going on. Now, let's see if this is going to play, and then you'll know what's going on. Oh, I can hear that. Yeah, can you hear that? Hi, John. Nice to see you there. Team Silent Swoosh. Right, so we've got that. Right, you can hear the music. That's good. Right, okay. So let's. Do you know what? It's annoying me that this won't play. So I set this up especially for Team Sarah and Gareth. Very good. Especially for Leona. Hang on. It's too quick is the problem. Leona, you're just going to have to say my word for it. I'll email you the file for it and you can play it to your heart's content. How's that? Let me turn that background music down because it's going to deafen you all otherwise. So if everyone's ready, should we make a start? Because we're already running quite late as it is. You got it? Oh, thank heavens for that, Leona. There was a lot of effort involved in doing that. So I'm glad that worked in the end. All right, so let's put the slides up. We'll just wait for them to come up. There they are. So if you're ready, and hopefully this is all going to work. Do you know what? We're still experimenting a little bit with this. Not meant to be, but that's the way it's working out. So just a quick thank you to... I'm sure it wouldn't have been that bad, Leona. A quick thank you to Frederick, who I'm just going to sort of like give the game away here. He helped out with some of the questions, totally off his own back, which is very, very kind of him. So, Frederick, we're expecting good marks from you. Okay, so you know there's no excuse here. The secret's out. Frederick knows some of the answers already, but we'll work that out as we go. So, everybody ready? Let's have give us a thumbs up if you're ready, and we'll finally make a start on this. We're quite late with it really, but we're going to have a go with it. All right, everyone ready? I'm just waiting for a few thumbs up or something, or a yes, or I'm just going to make a go for it really, quite honestly. So if you're ready, here we go. So Nigel, thank you very much. Yay, Simon. It's all right. I get a bit of a delay on this, so I'm actually back to Stephen's idea about the time traveling. I'm doing the same thing, so I'm 10 seconds ahead of you, so everything I'm saying you hear in 10 seconds in the past. I know what the future holds. So yeah, there's a delay before I see any of your thumbs up. So here we go. We get ready. And the first round is very, very vaguely based on Christmas in London. So here we go. Question 1 coming up. They're all quite easy this year, we think. Jennifer, you're just in time. Wow, that was good timing. So here we go. Question 1 coming up, and it's this. All right, it's waiting for the to come up. Oh, Christmas in London. There you go. Just to prove it, that's round 1. I forgot that was there. You'd think I'd done this before, wouldn't you? Question 1. Which country donates a tree to the UK every year? Is it A, Sweden, B, Norway, C, Belgium, or D, Finland? And there it is. Your 30-second countdown started. Now, I can't hear that very well. I'm going to have to turn that up, otherwise I won't know it when it finishes. But if you get an echo, please let me know if you're getting an echo. Don't put the answers in the chat. That's not the idea. Write your answer down and keep your score. Yeah. Did I not say that? Don't put the answers in the chat. There you go. Time's up anyway. Yeah, the answer is, as everyone seems to know already, it is indeed B. There we go. Nice and easy. It's a present from Norway to express their gratitude to the people of London for their assistance during World War II. And they've been donating a tree every year since 1947. There you go. So good for them. So hopefully lots of you got that right. Christmas Island, unfortunately, wasn't one of the choices, Steve. But yeah, just remember, write your answers down or just count them on your fingers, how many you get right per round, and we'll take it from there. Yeah. Okay, so question 2 coming up. Most of them are very, very loose London and Christmas connection. Here we go. So question 2. What Christmas item was invented in Finsbury by Tom Smith? Was it A, the Christmas pudding, B, tinsel, C, the pantomime, or D, the Christmas cracker? Finsbury, Tom Smith, what did he invent? Christmas pudding, tinsel, pantomime, or Christmas crackers? Get your answer down. Listen to the music. It's about to run out. Are you getting an echo with the music? There we go. And the answer is, sure, a lot of you know this already. It's the Christmas cracker, invented in 1847. And if you go to Finsbury Square, there's a memorial water fountain. No echo, thank you very much. To Tom Smith and his family, commemorating the fact that he invented the Christmas cracker back then. There you go. Amazing the rubbish that you learn watching these, isn't it? Okay, next question coming up. Here we are. And what type of race takes place in Hyde Park every Christmas Day morning? Is it A, a running race, B, a three-legged race, C, a swimming race, or D, an egg and spoon race? I think any of those would be pretty cold, quite honestly, but Hyde Park every Christmas Day morning. What sort of race takes place? A, B, C, or D? And the answer is, I'm sure you know this already, it's a swimming race. It takes place in the members of the Serpentine Swimming Club. They do it 9 o'clock every Christmas Day morning, and they've done it since 1864, apparently. And you have to be a member of the club to do it, and there are certain rules involved before you can take part. So, yeah. Doesn't seem like my sort of thing, quite honestly, but a lot of people do it and they enjoy it, so good for them. But, you know, talking of that race, what is the name of the cup that is given as a prize in that race? Is it A, the Peter Pan Cup, B, the London Cup, C, the Wimbledon Cup, or D, the Denier Cup? Peter Pan Cup, London Cup, Wimbledon Cup, or Denier Cup? There's no denying that one, sorry. I should leave the jokes to someone else, really, shouldn't I? A, B, C, or D? Quick, quick, quick. Time's up now. And the answer is, it is the Peter Pan Cup. It was used to be presented by the Peter Pan author J.M. Barrie. So he gave it to them, and the sound gone into slow motion. Ooh, I don't know. Okay, so has anyone else got that? Because I can only hear myself talking, funnily enough. So, well, okay, no, it might be something on your connection at your end, Leona. So, yeah, obviously lots of gremlins around this evening, so that's not great. But okay, all right. Should we move on to the next question, and hopefully Leona's sound will catch up with us, and we'll be okay in that. Okay, and the next one, we're going back to the classics, and just wait for that to change. In Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, how many spectres visited Ebenezer Scrooge? Nice and easy. Is it A1, B2, C3, or D4? Christmas Carol, Ebenezer Scrooge. How many ghosts, how many spectres came to see him? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Nice and easy. Or is it? And time's up now. And the answer is, might surprise you, might not. It's 4. Because obviously he has the ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of Christmas present, and the ghost of Christmas future. Should practice this before I try that, shouldn't I? But he also has the ghost of Marley comes to see him. So is it Bob Marley? I don't know. I'll have to look that up. So 4 ghosts in total come to see him on Christmas Eve and make him a better person. There we are. So Leona, glad to see that your sound's all okay again now. Very weird. That's where the swooshes went. You know, that's what happened to them. That's all I can say about that. Right, let's move on. Next question coming up. And remember, this one is worth, what did I say? Did I say 5 points? I think I did, didn't I? So 5 points at stake on this one. Could make or break where you are in the running, and that's why I've done it, to try and mix it all up a little bit, all to play for. But the Christmas connection is very loose here, but it is a definite London connection. And it's, what's the name of the London area where sheep used to be unloaded from ships? That's what gave it its name. Is it Battersea? Is it Greenwich, Lambeth, or Vauxhall? But the music's taking a little holiday there. It's back again now. So Battersea, Greenwich, Lambeth, or Vauxhall? Actually, they used to unload sheep from ships, and that's hard to say as well. Who wrote that question? Yeah, maybe it was there, Stephen. I'm just on soft drinks there, but I need one. And there we go. So time's up, and the answer is C. It's Lambeth. Obviously Lambeth. It had to be, didn't it? And Lambeth is actually first mentioned in 1062 as Lambethitha, which is actually translates to being a landing place for lambs. There you go. So that's the end of round 1. So if you want to pop your scores in the chat, that would be a bit of fun. So the top marks would be 11. So if anyone's got 11 points, that would be really good. No, it would be 10, wouldn't it? I'm being stupid. Yeah, it's 10. It's out of 10. So there are in fact 60 points available tonight. David Robinson says, Simon on 10. Well done. Kate on 9. Wayne 9. Oh, some good scores going on here. Neil M on 9. Leona on 2. Wood Dude on 11. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Okay. Oh. Anne, oh, nice to have you out there, Anne. Didn't know you were there. Frederick Day got 10. I wonder why that would be, Frederick. Some good scores out there. Well done, everyone. Well done. That's really good. Nothing worse than a quiz where you get low marks all the time. Right, are we ready to move on to the next round? Should we have it? Let's have a little look at that. So well done everyone on the scores. Round 2 is mythical creatures. So let's see what that has in store for us. And question 1. Here we go. And what is the mythical half man, half human, half horse called? Is it A, a griffin, B, a centaur, C, Fred, or D, an oligarch? Yeah, I get the point there, Leona, about London. It's fairly general. Okay, we'll let you off with that one. So half human, half horse, griffin, centaur, Fred, or an oligarch? Nice and easy one to start you off with there. And it is indeed, of course, a centaur when the screen changes. There we are. So B is the correct answer. Gerard, shame you can't stay with us. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Happy New Year to you as well. 1 point there if you got centaur. Congratulations. I will move on to the next question. Here we go. So question 2 in the mythical creatures round. And it's this one. Where was King Kong discovered? Was it A, Skull Island, B, Death Valley, C, Monkey Ridge, or D, in the Antarctic? I should say that. I must get my teeth in before I do these things. So, King Kong, where was he discovered? Skull Island, Death Valley, Monkey Ridge, or the Antarctic? Do you know the answer? Time's running out. There we go. And the answer is, when it changes, is A, Skull Island. So if you got that, give yourself a point. Well done. All right. So moving on to the next question. Give you time to mark your answer. I mean, it's just a tick or a cross. Doesn't take long, really. Kate just... I'm not sure which picture we're looking at, actually. Do you mean the King Kong or the... I'm not going into that one, Simon, but thank you, Kate. I think I'll take that as something good. We'll see. Look at King Kong offer here. Although, actually, yeah, any similarities between the next picture and me is just purely coincidental. Oh, thank you, Kate. Bless you. All right. Next question. Who or what is Krampus? Is it A, an ache you get in your leg? Is it B, a Christmas demon? Is it C, a Christmas angel? Or D, a misunderstood goat? Krampus. Is it an ache you get in your leg? Is it B, a Christmas demon? C, a Christmas angel? Or D, a misunderstood goat? And the answer is, when my little thing comes up that I can press, it is, of course, B, a Christmas demon. And yes, that is a representation of him on the screen there. But apparently, Santa has this list, who's naughty and who's nice. If you're on the naughty list, you get a visit from Krampus. And he comes around with chains and ties children up and does all sorts of horrible things. Who makes these stories up for children? It worries me sometimes, what we do to the kids. And they have Krampus runs in some parts of Scandinavia where people dress up as Krampus, which is where this picture's come from, and they parade through the streets, scaring the children, I guess. Well, someone's got to, I suppose, hasn't they? All right, question 4 coming up. Okay, and what are Baal, Bakenko, the Beast of Bodmin, and Kathpulag? Colin B, don't put the answers in the chat, please. Put your answers in, write them down and keep a track. And what are they? Are they dogs, cats, two-headed monsters, or invisible demons? Let's just deal with that. Oh, sorry, my computer's going on a real slow tonight, so I don't know what I'm trying to do at the moment. So, dogs, cats, two-headed monsters, or invisible demons. And I'm sure you may well have known that the answer is indeed B. They're all mythical cats, apparently. So, from different parts of the world. So, B is the correct answer. I always wonder about invisible demons, because if they're how do you know they're around if they're invisible? I don't know. Anyway, irrelevant here. Cats is the correct answer. Moving on. Next question coming up. And how big is Loch Ness? That's with or without its monster. Is it 22 square kilometers, 76 square kilometers, 102 square kilometers, or 56 square kilometers? And the relevant square mile sizes are on screen for you. So, Loch Ness, what's the surface area of it? How big is it? And the answer is, I can't remember myself actually, so I've got to wait for it to come up. And the answer is D. It's 56 square kilometers, about 22 square miles. So, yeah, that's the size there. Colin, no problem. It's no biggie. There's no prize tonight. So, there's. Did I tell you that it's no prize? Yeah, it's no prize tonight because we can't do the Kahoot thing, and we just can't. So, but yeah, if you can, just pop your answer on a piece of paper, keep a tally at the end, and then you can see how you got on. Compare how you've done with other people. All right, so we'll move on to the next question. And so, yeah, but 56 square kilometers, 22 square miles, Loch Ness. That's pretty darn big. So no wonder they haven't found the monster yet, if it's really in there. I don't know. Right. Next question is this one. And it's, what does Cerberus, the three-headed dog, guard? Is it the gates to the underworld? Is it the lost city of Atlantis? Is it the Pharaoh's treasure, or is it Santa's workshop? Cerberus, three-headed dog. He's in the picture there. But what does he guard? Gates of the underworld, Pharaoh's treasure, lost city of Atlantis, or Santa's workshop? A, B, C, or D? Time's running out. And there we go. Sure, most of you knew this one. It is the gates to the underworld. Oh, that's a 5-point question, by the way. I lost track of my lost count there. So you give yourself 5 points if you got that one. Leona, oh, that's a shame. Okay, well, best wishes to you for 2023 as well. Hope you have a good one, and I hope we'll see you bump into you at some point somewhere. So take care. All the best. Stephen, might give you nightmares. Hopefully not. You see, because actually Cerberus there, so he looks a bit fearful, but he's just a working dog. He's just doing his job. Apparently, he's really quite friendly, and his job is to keep the dead in the underworld and to stop the living from getting into there. So that's all he's doing is doing that, and he's quite friendly to new spirits entering the underworld. He's apparently quite friendly to them, quite helpful. So he's not bad. He's not a bad dog. Right, lots of good scores there. 9s. He's a nice dog, yeah. Just ignore the 3 heads. And Laurie Fluke answers 9 in that round. Well done. 19 so far for Simon. 9 again. Some good high scores going on here, which is good. It's Christmas. Let's have it's just fun, isn't it? Right. So going to move on to the next round. And this is travel. Team Bracken on 9 there. Kate on 9 again. 3 heads, but only 1 bag full to pick up. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Nigel. I should read these things to myself before I read them out loud, shouldn't I? We're going to go on to travel now. Very, very quickly after that comment from Nigel. And the first question is this one coming up. Oh, Sarah, 4 points. They're on 20. Well done. That's well done, Sarah and Nathaniel. Very good. Looking forward to seeing Nathaniel at the weekend of next year. Details will be coming out on that very soon. I'm just trying to get everything organised and fine-tuned. So, but yeah, it's happening, folks. Right. Can you say how many points for each question you give the answers, please? Yeah, sure. And most of them is just 1 point for each question until question 6 in each round, the last one. So I will do that if I remember to do so, Adrian. Right. Okay. All right. So here we go. Question 1 on the travel round. Here we go. And what is the capital of Malta? Is it A, Victoria, B, St Julian's, C, Naxar, or D, Valletta? Capital of Malta. Victoria, St Julian's, Naxar, or Valletta? I wonder where Emma is tonight, because she's not in Malta. I wonder what Emma's doing tonight. So sometime. Malta, what's the capital? Anyone know? And the answer is, wait for the slide to change, it's Valletta. Now, funnily enough, all the other places named there are cities in Malta, and they all actually have a higher population than Valletta, but Valletta is the capital. So give yourself 1 point if you got that correct, and well done. And we'll move on to another island, but slightly bigger this time. And want to know how many states are there in Australia? Is it A, 10, B, 12, C, 6, or D, 19? States in Australia. 1 point at stake here, just 1 point. But how many states are there? 10, 12, 6, or 19? Time's running out. There we go. And the answer is 6. There are 6 states in Australia. And in fact, there's a big clue on the flag because there are 6 stars representing the 6 states, which is something I didn't realize when I did the trial run on the quiz, because the slide showed the flag, which was just a giveaway, really. So I had to change that. So yeah, 6 states: New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, Western Australia, South Australia, and Tasmania. Oh, Simon, if you only knew the costs involved. Yeah, well, no, don't give me daft ideas, okay? Just don't give me daft ideas, because, yeah. Right, 1 point if you got that correct. Well done. And we're going to move on very, very quickly. Right, and the next question is, what was Istanbul originally called? Was it just Istanbul? Has it always been Istanbul? Was it Constantinople, was it Turkestan, or Byzantium? Istanbul, what was it originally called? Istanbul, Constantinople, Turkestan, or Byzantium? 1 point again, if you know the answer to this one. And time is up. The answer to this one might surprise you, and it might not, because it is in fact D, Byzantium. It was called Byzantium in ancient times, and then in 1453 it became Constantinople, but then in 1922 it then became Istanbul. So it was called Constantinople, but before that, originally it was Byzantium. There we go. I didn't know that myself, actually. I just came across that, so I thought that was quite an interesting one. 1 point there if you got that correct. And we're moving on to ask, which animal appears on the flag of Sri Lanka? Is it a lion, a unicorn, an eagle, or a snake? Flag of Sri Lanka. What's on there? A lion, unicorn, eagle, or snake? It was a trick question, Tommy. I can't make them all easy. Okay. Um, Lost my thing. Hang there it is. And the answer is a lion, and there it is. It's not a particularly anatomically correct lion, but it is nevertheless a lion. So that's on the flag of Sri Lanka. If you got that, give yourself a point. Well done. Give yourself a tick and a point. And we will move on to the next question fairly quickly. Adrian's good there, right? Just keeping an eye on the chat while we go through. Frederick, I can't actually remember what B was. Was that Constantinople? So it was a trick question. Yeah, sorry. Next question coming up, though. And if you are in Peru and ate the fish delicacy ceviche, how should it be cooked? Is it A, by burying it in the sand? Is it B, over molten lava? C, without heat? Or D, using magnified sunlight? I shouldn't drink Coke when I'm doing this. So how should ceviche be cooked? Burying it in the sand, molten lava, without heat, or using magnified sunlight? There we go. Time's up. The answer is it should be cooked when it's ready without heat. Apparently to make it, the raw fish is steeped in a citrus juice, and the acid of it denatures the fish. That makes it firm up as though it were cooked, and apparently it kills many of the fish's germs. Only many of the germs kind of worries me in that statement, but yeah, that's how it should be cooked, so without heat. Simon Peru for his honeymoon. Oh, right, an amazing country. Yeah, actually, I know someone else went to Peru, thoroughly enjoyed it. I'll put that on my list. Right. If you got C, if you put without heat, well done, and you get a point for that. And we're going to come on to the last question in this round. So this one is a nice easy one, actually, and worth 5 points and everything to play for. You could well get this right and get 5 points out of it. So let's see. And the next question is coming up. And where would you be if empanadas were a local dish? Would it be Spain, Tanzania, Japan, or Kerala? Oh, what happened there to my music? Okay. Done something strange on my settings here, but not to worry. Empanadas, where are they a local dish? Where would you be? Spain, Tanzania, Japan, or Kerala? Nice easy one for 5 points. Well, it's easy if you know it, I guess. And the answer is, of course, Spain. They're sort of pastry type things filled with meat, I believe. So that's what they are, and they are very common in Spain. So there we go. Round 3. We're halfway through. If you've been doing exceptionally well, you'll have 30 points so far, and well done if you've done that. And so if you want to pop your scores into the chat, and we'll see how we do. 26 for Wayne, well done. David, 24 out of 30. Simon, 27. Simon and Kate 7 in that round. So I'm hoping that's not a running total. Simon, tough round, 7 points. Yeah, I suppose it was. They can't all be easy. And Sarah, Sarah's dropped a couple of points there. Still 32 out of 30. Well done. So yeah, it's a nice spread of scores there. Charlie late in 15. Oh, that's okay. It's you're doing okay. 22 for Frederick. That's a nice spread of scores. No one's got anything. No one's still in single figures there by the look of it. So that's good news. So well done. That could all change in the next round. I don't know. It depends, because the next round is always one of my favorites. It's the music round. So if everyone's ready, I'm just going to have a swig of drink. Cheers, everyone. Hope you all had a good Christmas, by the way, and that Santa was good to you. I didn't ask. I was too busy trying to get the computer working earlier, but hope you all had a good one. And music round question 1 coming up. Here we go. And country music fans, where did the Eagles record their first album? Was it A, in Nashville, B, Los Angeles, C, Montserrat, or D, London? The Eagles, great country band, country rock. Nashville, great Los Angeles sound. Montserrat, beautiful place. London, loads of recording studios there. But yeah, where did they record their first album? Always worth a guess, Adrian. Right, okay, let's see how people did do this one, because the answer is, in fact, London is where they recorded their first album. If you listen to Johnny Walker on a Sunday afternoon on the radio, he plays a lot of Eagles stuff, and he often makes the point that he listens to their tracks. Obviously, you know, that wonderful sort of rich American LA sound, Nashville sound, and says that you know, he finds it very hard to believe they recorded that in London, which apparently was quite rainy and wet and horrible at the time. But yeah, that's what they did. So yeah, if you got London, well done. Give yourself a point. And the next question: which of these songs was not written by Neil Diamond? Was it Sweet Caroline, obviously well known by Neil Diamond? Was it B, Red Red Wine, recorded by UB40? C, I'm a Believer by the Monkees? Or D, I Write the Songs, famously recorded by Barry Manilow? But Neil Diamond didn't write one of them. Which one? Sweet Caroline, Red Red Wine, I'm a Believer, or I Write the Songs? Which one didn't he write? Okay, the answer is it's I Write the Songs by Barry Manilow. Surprisingly, he wrote all the others there, including Red Red Wine, not quite as the reggae version that UB40 recorded, but he also wrote I'm a Believer. But I Write the Songs was written by Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys, so he did that. And amazingly as well, The Boat That I Rowed by Lulu was also written by Neil Diamond. I could have included that one as well. So there you go. More rubbish that you've learned tonight. Right, next question coming up. And Robin Fenty is better known by her middle name, which is it Dido? Is it Rihanna? Is it Pink or Madonna? Now, this is a question in for the any younger members of the audience we might have out there. Not sure how many we've got, but yeah, Robin Fenty, quite popular at the moment still, I think. But how is she better known? Dido, Rihanna, Pink, or Madonna? Okay, who knows this one? It is B, it's Rihanna. And hopefully that's a picture of Rihanna. I think it is. Adrian, sorry you're not getting these ones, but we're going to spread the scores out a little bit as well. So, oh, Adrian knew that one. There we go. So things are looking up for him. So there we are. So if you got B, Rihanna, 1 point there, well done. And we'll move on to the next question. We'll get this round out of the way for everyone. Van Halen, they banned which colour M&Ms from their dressing room? Was it brown, red, blue, or green? So they asked for a bowl of M&Ms, and they said a certain colour of them has to be taken out. They've not been eat a certain colour. The reason they did that apparently was they said if the theatre took that much care over what they wanted, they get everything else right as well. But which colour did they ban? It's quite a famous thing. It's in their rider. As it's called. Do we know that one? It's always possibly a lucky guess. Always worth a guess because the answer is in fact brown. So yeah, that's what they did. Right, give yourself a point if you got that one right. And yeah, Frederick's got some points. Oh, it looks like Adrian got that one right as well. So there we go. It's starting to look up for Adrian. Not sure how it's doing for anyone else, but Adrian's getting on okay. We'll move on to the next question. Question 5 in this round. And how many miles would the Proclaimers walk to fall down at your door? Is it A, 200, B, 500, C, 1,000, or D, just a couple? How many miles would the Proclaimers walk? 200, 500, 1,000, or a couple? Nigel, sorry, see, it's not a good round for you. But they can't all be, unfortunately. It would be, I don't know. We've got to mix it up a bit, but there we are. 200, 500, 1,000, or a couple. The Proclaimers fall down at your door. Do you know this one? You should do. The answer is 1,000, because they would be they would walk 500 miles, and then they'd walk 500 more to be the man that walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. So 1,000 is the answer. The song's called 500 miles, but the actual answer is 1,000. There we are. So a point there if you got C, 1,000 miles. And whilst we're talking of distances, in their Christmas song, how many miles did the Pretenders say is very far, in the snow especially? Is it 1,000, 2,000, 500, or 5? Yeah, it was a bit tricky, Anne, wasn't it? It was almost a trick question, but not quite. So, how many miles did the Pretenders say is very far? Got a lot of airplay recently. And the answer is 2,000 miles, B. There we go. Just to prove it, it gets a tick as well. So that's their Christmas song, 2,000 miles. 5 points for that one. So if you got that correct, give yourself 5 points. Go with any other points you might have got in this round. And time to pop it on to the, let's see how we did. Well done, Adrian. See, it's always worth a guess. Always worth a guess. Oh, Charlie, full house. Well done. 10 out of 10. Dave Robson on 26 now out of a potential 40. That's really good. 8 in this round. 34 out of 40 for Wayne. Well done. 33 for Kate and Barrington. Only 2 points in that round, Frederick. Oh, sorry. Oh, dear, that was a tough round for people. Oh, no, we've got some other, 8 in that one out of 7. Tommy's on 27 out of 40. 27 for Anne. 7 in this round. You're a team, Nigel. You're a team. Well done. Well done, Simon. 5 points. Frederick on 24. Okay. So it's spreading out a little bit. So that's fun. That makes it all good. Right. Okay. So this round might suit people a little bit more. Might not. Who knows? Let's see. Some people are going to love it. Some people are going to hate it. I'm probably in the middle there, to be honest, because it's a round on history. Yay. So we're losing at 30 for Sarah. Oh, dear. You need to listen to the radio more. God. I just listen to old radio stations now, so I wouldn't know any of the new ones. Terrible, isn't it? We're going to move on to history. Let's see how people do on this one. Oh, right. Adrian's happy about that. So the first question is, which of Henry VIII's wives had the shortest reign? Was it Catherine of Aragon? Was it Anne Boleyn, Anne of Cleves, or Jane Seymour? Which of his wives had the shortest reign? Catherine of Aragon, Anne Boleyn, Anne of Cleves, or Jane Seymour? And I can never remember the answer to this myself, so I always have to wait and see what comes up for it. Do you know, though? And the answer is Anne of Cleves. There we go. She was queen for 6 and a bit months. Really wasn't very long, and the marriage was annulled. She actually survived. The marriage was annulled in 1540. She died in 1557, which means that actually she outlived all of Henry VIII's other wives. She was the longest lasting one of them, and apparently they were still fairly good friends, and she was a very pleasant person. She was very nice by all accounts. So there we go. I don't know. I'm not going to say that, but she was the longest lasting of them all. So well done to her, I guess. Right. So question 2 coming up. And by what nickname is Edward Teach better known? Is it Edward the Confessor? Is it B, Sting? Is it C, Edward Scissorhands? Or is it D, Blackbeard? Edward Teach, how is he better known? It's not Edward Woodward, that's just an Edward picture that I found. Okay, but Edward the Confessor, Sting, Edward Scissorhands, or Blackbeard? Here we go. The answer is Blackbeard, and there he is. Famous pirate, obviously. Have I got any notes on him? Yeah, he's a 17th century pirate, and actually very, very interesting historically. So if you've got half an hour to spare and you think, what am I going to do in this half an hour? Look up Blackbeard. He was actually got a royal pardon, gave up piracy, and then got bored, so he went back to it afterwards, and eventually got killed and everything else. That would teach him. But yeah, Blackbeard is officially known. His proper name is Edward Teach. Quite why Sting and Edward Scissorhands would be in a history round, I'm not sure. I should have changed that really, but never mind. 1 point there if you got that correct. And back onto proper history stuff. And where is the Bay of Pigs? Is it in Cuba? Is it Tenerife, South Africa, or Guernsey? Bay of Pigs. And that was the only picture I could find that really worked for it. Totally random, really. How did that keep happening? Sorry. There's a little studio program here. Something weird keeps happening with it. Bay of Pigs, Cuba, Tenerife, South Africa, or Guernsey? Where is it? I'm sure you know this one. It certainly should do. It's in Cuba. It's the site of a failed invasion in 1961 by Cuban exiles, but it was financed covertly by the US to try and overthrow Fidel Castro. So that's where the Bay of Pigs comes into history as well. It's quite famous. It's Cuban missile and all that sort of stuff. All right, anyway, let's move on to question 4. And a bit of medical history here. What is trepanning? Is it A, is it extracting resin from a tree? Is it B, a form of rock climbing? Is it C, drilling holes in the head? Or is it D, a sport played in ancient Egypt? Trepanning. What is it? If you're listening carefully, I just gave it away, to be honest. But if you weren't listening, you got away with it. Is it extracting resin from a tree? Is it a form of rock climbing, drilling holes in the head, or a sport played in ancient Egypt? All right. Well, you may already know this one. And it is actually drilling holes in the head, which was a medical practice. Roderick, well, don't worry about this. Sorry, it's good to have you joining us. You're always welcome. If you can catch up on the scores, you're going to be doing really well. Just write the scores down and keep a tally on how many you get right. And the last question in each round is worth 5 points. So trepanning is a medical thing of drilling holes in the head to relieve pressure on the brain, or possibly to allow trapped demons to escape. Surprisingly, it had a very high survival rate, and it does still happen in in certain medical situations. So that's trepanning. Yeah, Frederick. Well, hopefully they left your brain in when they did it, mate, but I'm sure they did. That was question 4. We'll move on to the next question. Question 5 in the history round, and it's: at which French landmark was the peace treaty to end World War I signed? Was it the Arc de Triomphe, the Palace of Versailles, the Eiffel Tower, or Notre Dame Cathedral? Peace treaty ending World War I. Where was it signed? At the bottom, obviously, but where? Which French landmark? Arc de Triomphe, Palace of Versailles, Eiffel Tower, or Notre Dame? There we go. Time's up. Answer is B, the Palace of Versailles. There we go. So, yeah, obviously signed in 1918 at the Palace of Versailles. Don't actually know why that was chosen, but it was, and everyone turned up there and signed, and good thing too. Right, next question is the last question in this round, and it is worth 5 points, meaning there are a total of 10 points available in this round if you've got them all right. So let's see. And going back to English history now. And here we go. So whose body was exhumed 2 years after their death so they could be executed for treason? Was it Edward Plantagenet? Was it Sir Walter Raleigh? Was it Guy Fawkes? Or was it Oliver Cromwell? I've just realised this question is slightly ambiguous, to be honest. One of those is definitely the right answer. So 2 years is the relevant part there. Which one of those was exhumed? Whose body was exhumed after they died so they could be executed? There we go. Which one of those was it going to be? It's worth 5 points, I'm afraid. And the answer is Oliver Cromwell. And apparently, in fact, all the people listed there their bodies were exhumed so they could be executed afterwards, which apparently is a fate worse than death. That's where I think that saying comes from. But Oliver Cromwell was 2 years after his death. His body was exhumed because they found him to be a traitor, and they executed him, probably chopping his head off, to be honest, and then exhibiting his bones around London somewhere. There you go, Stephen. If you've not got nightmares so far, I think you will have by now. So we've had 5 rounds. Last round's coming up. Adrian, well done on the top marks there. I can't keep track of all these points. And well done at 8. Adrian there, 42 out of 50. 34 out of 50 for Frederick, 37. Simon and Kate, 41. Nathaniel, 30. That's a respectable score. They're all respectable scores. Well done, everyone. 40 from Team Bracken. Well done. Any more going to come up? We're coming up to the last round. There's everything to play for. Actually, there's nothing to play for, quite honestly. There's no prize. But, hey, it's fun, and that's what we're doing. And 35, well done. Some very, very high scores. You've obviously all been studying hard for this. Or some very inspired guessing. I'm not sure which, but hey, it doesn't matter. You're all doing really well. So congratulations on that. We'll move on. Next question, next round coming up. And this is the last round. Woo. So let's see what this changes. And there we go, because it is a Twixmas quiz. Christmas has just been and gone, and so it is a round on Christmas films. You might be surprised how much you know about them, and you might not. I don't know. Let's have a look. So, question 1, relatively easy one to ease you in, I think. So, question 1 in Christmas films. Who wrote the book The Snowman was based on? Was it Roald Dahl, Was it Dave Williams? Was it Ronald Biggs? Or was it Raymond Briggs? The Snowman. Who wrote the original book? Roald Dahl, David Williams, Ronald Biggs, or Raymond Briggs? Wish this was still Kahoot, and it's the first one to answer, but there we are. There we go. Time up. And did you get this one right? 1 point if you did. It was Raymond Briggs. He wrote the original book all those years ago. No longer with us, I believe, but he wrote the book, and the film was made many years afterwards. All right, so next Christmas film, a bit of an oldie from 1998. Who starred in the 1998 film Scrooged? Was it A, Bill Murray, B, Eddie Murphy, C, Tom Cruise, or D, Steve Martin? Yeah, sorry, Steve. No, it was just a bit of fun. Yeah, we don't catch anyone out. Scrooge. Bill Murray, Eddie Murphy, Tom Cruise, or Steve Martin. Who starred in Scrooge? 1998. God, makes you feel old. Is that old? There we go. And the answer you'll probably know. Well, maybe you won't. I don't know. It is indeed Bill Murray. It's not a bad film, actually. A long time since I saw it. So if anyone's seen it recently and thinks it's aged dreadfully, please let me know. But I seem to think it was quite a good film, really. Right, give yourself a point if you got Bill Murray. And we'll move on. Rowdy on the run, Steve. Very good. Next question. Which film won the Oscar for the song White Christmas? Was it A, Hell's a Poppin'? Was it B, lost my music. Was it B, It's a Wonderful Life? C, White Christmas? Or D, Holiday Inn? Which film won the Oscar for the song White Christmas? Hell's Poppin', It's a Wonderful Life, White Christmas, or Holiday Inn? There's Bing Crosby, made it famous, obviously. But which film had it in it? Time's up. The answer is D, Holiday Inn. That's where the song was originally featured. And I looked this up, and I was really surprised that the film Holiday Inn, so where the song first came from, was recorded. And I always thought it was so popular that they then made White Christmas afterwards. But instead, the White Christmas was made about 12 years afterwards. So they waited a long time to make it. It's worth waiting for, though. If you got Holiday Inn, give yourself a point, and we'll move on to the next question. Question 4 in this round. And in which film is Santa accidentally killed? Yeah, I know. Is it A, The Santa Claus, B, Santa Claus the movie, C, The Nightmare Before Christmas, or D, Miracle on 34th Street? Santa Claus gets accidentally killed. Which film is it? Santa Claus the movie, The Nightmare Before Christmas, or Miracle on 34th Street? There we go. Answer is, I'm sure you know this one, it's the Santa Claus. Seem to think that Tim Allen accidentally pushes him off the roof right at the beginning of the film and then turns into Santa Claus. Sorry, spoilers if you haven't seen the film. Sorry, but yeah, he doesn't look very happy about it in that picture, does he really? So Santa Claus is the correct answer. Give yourself a point if you got that one right. And we'll move on to question 5. And we're back to It's a Wonderful Life. What is the name of the would-be angel in It's a Wonderful Life? Is it A, Edward, B, Clarence, C, Michael, or D, Oliver? That's him there in the picture with James Stewart. But what was his name in the film? No, he's okay, Stephen. He's all right, really. It's a Wonderful Life. Edward, Clarence, Michael, or Oliver. Who's the angel waiting for his waiting for that bell to ring? Where's my bell? I had my bell earlier, ready for this, and I've lost it. Hang on. Waiting for. There we go. And the answer is B. It's Clarence. So if you got that right, then if you got that, you can give yourself a point. And we're coming up to the last question of the quiz now, worth 5 points. And you know what? This is a slight toughie, so this could make all the difference. So 5 points here could give you a total of 10 if you got all the other questions right. Let's see. And any chat I need to catch up on? No, there we go. So here we go. In White Christmas, what are the names of the two sisters? That's one of them in the picture there. You know, sisters. They were the more devoted sisters. That one. Is it Patsy and Judy? Is it Janice and Betty? Is it Judy and Janice? Or Betty and Judy? Sisters. These are all the way through the film, in fact. And I couldn't find a picture of both of them together, surprisingly enough. But what were their names? Okay, that was the last question. That's worth 5 points. Do you know the answer? Did you get it right? Because the answer is indeed Betty and Judy. Betty was played by Rosemary Clooney. That's her in the picture. She went on to appear in several TV films and TV afterwards. She's already an established artist. Vera Allen played Judy. She only made one more film after White Christmas. And sort of looking into it, both of them had sort of fairly troubled lives, to be honest. So, it's White Christmas wasn't good for them. Anyway, that was the last question. So let's put that on there. And well done, Wayne. 10 out of 10 in that round. Very good. Oh, there I am. There we are. So let's have a look at the scores here. So pop your scores up. Let's see who's the winner. So give me your totals. And Frederick, only 1 point in that round. Gosh. So Wayne's on 52. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up with this. Anyone higher than 52? 49 for Steve Ash. Well done, Steve. That's a good total. Simon at Filed Coast, 51. Very good. Nathaniel, 32. Respectable. 35 out of 60 for Sarah. 49 for Simon and Kate. That's good going. Adrian, 49. Nigel, 50 from the Leadwood Heads. Team Bracken, 49. And Laurie, 37. Well done. Question saved by around 6 answers, I think. By question 6 answers, picking up the 5 points. Yeah. 41 for Tommy's Workshop. 35 for Frederick. Well done there. Wayne, I think, is still in the lead there. I can't read what I've written down. 53. Can anyone beat 53? I'm sure there's more people out there who aren't putting their scores up. So let's have a little look. But well done, everyone, for taking part anyway. It's been good fun. I hope you've enjoyed it. So a little bit different to the other quizzes that we've done with Kahoot and everything else. But I hope you've still enjoyed it. I am interested in your feedback. If you enjoyed it and you want us to do some more, we'll see if we can. If you like the format, let me know, and we'll see what we can do. But well done, everyone. Yeah, as Adrian says, well done, everyone, for taking part, for being there. Thank you very much. It would have been incredibly dull otherwise. It would have been no fun whatsoever. We've had good fun. Samuel Griffiths on 54. Well done. I think you are the winner there. Only got 1 point. I got DeLoreans right. You're welcome, folks. I'm pleased you've enjoyed it. Thanks genuinely for coming along and joining in. I always worry that no one's going to turn up. So it's good to have you out there. David, yeah, you're very welcome. Good, glad you enjoyed it. And I'm going to sign off very soon. Simon, thank you. And to Kate as well. Cal, thank you very much. It's been good fun. I've time consuming, but I do enjoy doing the quizzes. So I'm going to see if I can sneak a few more in during the year and just keep them going if my sanity will allow me. If the computer will allow me. It's say last week I always do a trial run and it was an absolute disaster. Charlie, thanks. Happy New Year to you as well, and Happy New Year to everyone out there. It's been good. Could be interesting to see what 2023 holds for all of us. So I don't know what you're up to on New Year's Eve. We're having a bit of a games night, so that should be fun. I'd invite you over, but it's probably a long way to come. Roderick, there you are. I've got your. I know you're there somewhere. So yeah, no worries about being late. Thanks for coming along. Good to see you out there. Thanks for joining in tonight. And yeah, Kate, glad you enjoyed it. Give my best to Barrington. Kate and Barrington are friends of mine from tennis, so good to see them. Missed you on the tennis court recently, Barrington. We could have done with you this afternoon. Simon, all good there. Thank you very much. And that's it. So, folks, I think it's probably the time to say goodbye. Thank you once again for taking part. Happy New Year to all of you for when it comes. I hope you had a good Christmas. And I'll sign off with some different music for a change, if that's okay. Hope the toothpicks come in handy. Oh, was that you, Charlie? Oh, right, there you go. Yeah, definitely. They have been useful. Was that you, or was that a comment that you read? So I don't know. Charlie, tell me, was that you? Because I'm dreadful with names. Yes, it was. Thank you very much. Yeah, it has seen lots of good use. Terrible teeth, I tell you. And thank you, everyone, for not mentioning my finger. Yeah, but yeah, there it is. It's absolutely fine. It's all doing very, very well. So we're very good. All right. So hopefully I'll see you at some point during the year, either on here or at the show, the demo, or possibly even at the weekend, 6th and 7th of August, I think it is. I should have the dates in my head, shouldn't I, really? It's on the website, woodturningweekend.co.uk, and full details will be coming out on that very soon. So it'd be great to see you there if you can, or anywhere else. So I will say goodbye. Thank you very much again for joining us. It's been good fun. Hope you've enjoyed it as well. And if I can just find the right buttons to click, I'm going to press them. I'm going to actually remember to turn my microphone off this time, because yeah, when I did the test on it, yeah, I forgot to turn the mic off, and off screen I just said, yeah, that didn't go very well, or words to that effect. Folks, you take care. Have a great new year. See you very soon. Bye for now. Probably.